What's going on, pursuers? Welcome to the Pursuit of Calling podcast, where my goal and purpose is to provide you the tools needed to successfully discover and pursue your God-given calling. I'm your host, Thomas Carney, and today we're talking about giving the gift of growth. All right, guys, Merry Christmas. If you're listening to this episode on the day of its release, it's Christmas Eve 2024. So again, Merry Christmas. Let me ask you a question. What is your favorite part about Christmas? Is it getting gifts? Is it giving gifts? Maybe it's spending the time with family and friends, or maybe you're like me and you really like food. Well, if you're like me and you really like to give gifts, this year, I want you to give the gift of growth. And the best part about all of this, I'll say this from the get-go, it's free. Absolutely free. So we all know someone who is meant for more. We see the potential in them even though they don't see it themselves, right? Okay. I said that, let me go back. We all know someone who's meant for more. Who's that person? Who's that person that you just thought of that you know is meant for more, that it has a calling on their lives? Do you think if they had the right tools in their toolbox, the right weapons in their arsenal, that they would achieve great things? If the answer to that question is yes, I want you to do something. I already said it. I want you to give them the gift of growth this Christmas. Besides the time it'll take you to send them the link, this costs you nothing. So all you have to do is send the link that's in the show notes and the code Xmas 2024 in order to get the Discover Your Calling Planning Guide, which you know is already free but is a $20 value, and a 60-minute Discover Your Calling deep dive session that is usually $97. A deep dive. This will be a deep dive into the guide. And what it's for is we're going to walk through each section in as much detail as we can fit into the 60-minute session. So the purpose of this is to get the external perspective and to get a more detailed vision of what the calling is that they have on their lives than what they're able to articulate on their own. All they have to do is pick a time. The calendar is open. All they have to do is pick a time, put in the code. It's absolutely free for them too, by the way. That code makes it 100% off. So if you haven't filled out the Discover Your Calling Planning Guide yet either, this is a great opportunity for you as well. And even if you have filled it out, you can still use this code and get the free session. So the reason I'm giving you this out right now is because instead of a New Year's resolution, I want people to focus on continuous growth. I'm going to talk more about this next week, but just as a little teaser, I don't want you to think about, I will start that next year for my resolution. What's the point in that? Let's start discovering your calling now. Let's start the new habits now to help you pursue that calling well. Let's start working on the new skills now. Why wait? There are a ton of people out there who are meant for more. And right now, I'm leaving it in your capable hands to give your friend, family member, or the stranger on the street a tool that they can use, a new way that they can pursue their calling well. Guys, I honestly want to thank you for this year of 2024. It's been a great year, honestly. I don't have any of this in my show notes, so this is off the top of my head, or off my. But this year has been so great. Even though my muscular dystonia, it caused me a lot of pain, mental and physical. And I talked about that in the last episode, and I really appreciate if you would go back and listen to my testimony so you can also understand how you can pursue your calling well despite any circumstance that is thrown at you. However, this whole year has been like I already expected it to be in the beginning of the year. It was a year of exponential growth. And it's going to be the same in 2025, same in 2026. That is my mantra, is exponential growth, and to pursue everything that I can in order to achieve that. That aligns with the calling that God has on my life. Guys, you can do the same. And that's what I'm aiming to do. That's what all this whole year has been building up towards, is to give you these tools and these resources, and to give my time, my resources to you as a gift and as a service, so that I'm not only pursuing my calling well by myself, because that's not really doing that. It's not actually pursuing my calling well if I'm doing it by myself. It's doing it with others. And I want to, and another way we pursue our calling well is by serving those we've been called to serve. And I want to help you. I want to serve you so you can pursue your calling well, so that you can pursue those you've been called to serve. So if you haven't already, just go to the show notes. This episode's pretty much over. Tap the link. Pick the time on your calendar. Pick the time on the calendar that works best for you. Doesn't matter your time zone. It doesn't matter at all. Like, it's free, so this is good for absolutely anybody to sign up. Pick a time, guys, and I'll see you in there. I'll see you in your Discover Your Calling deep dive session. So, all right. Thank you guys for listening to this whole episode. I really appreciate it. If you like this episode, I want you to specifically send this to that person you were thinking of before if you haven't already, and I want you to send them the link. And make sure remember the code XMIS2024, so that's 100% off. Don't forget to on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, leave a comment and leave us 5-star review. I want to thank you for the 5-star reviews that you've already left, and I'm asking for those who haven't to go ahead and do that right now. All right, guys. Thank you, pursuers. Thank you for a great 2024. I'll see you next year.